VOD reviewing Flixie and how his team came first in FNCS. Already, he's made just an amazing play to land on the tree instead of landing on the ground, so he gets the loot a lot quicker. And his teammates are all close to each other, so they can easily pick up these quick and easy kills. Because they've landed at magic mosses, where there's tons of trees, they can easily farm this up so that they've got some mats to start off the game, so that if they get in a fight, which they will do, they can use their builds effectively. Flixie's doing here is he's just going around magic mosses, farming up as much brick as he can, so that he can get some brick to use in the game. And brick is a really important thing, and what he does just there is also really important, because what he's done is he's given one of the blue blobs, one of the water sprites, to this sprite changing thing. I don't know what it is, but basically by doing this he'll get something really important, which is the water boon. And the water boon allows him and his teammates to heal up in the zone. No, not in the zone. When they're in water, it's this big rock thing here. You can find them spread across the map. But allow him and his team to heal up to 175 HP if they're just stood in water. Now they're in an off-spawn fight, but they've kind of been going for a couple minutes. So they've been able to get some good mats. Here, Flixie will get up on some natural high ground, but he does unfortunately get beamed. However, Raz, his teammate, just lands up above him and uses his wood to look for the opponents. And he sees this person over peeking, so he tries to shoot, which he does, and he absolutely beams him. And since they're all here, and they're all slightly separated, they can have really good vision on what's happening in the fight, and they can also easily pinch the opponents, which is when you've got multiple players fighting from different angles. So here you've got Raz from this angle, Flixie you've got him from this angle, and then Exit IGL you've got him just coming round from this angle. So this player here, PRS Zoom, he's got low health, low amount of builds, and there's not much that he can really do in this situation because he's getting sprayed constantly, which ends up having him being able to just box up and not being in the best position in terms of builds and just everything around that sort of level. But Flixie's team, they're all really good on health, builds and mats, and they can still apply pressure to this fight. However, they do end up just disengaging because this fight isn't worth it and it's been too drawn out, which will lead to third parties. So what they do is they just go back and they'll actually sit in zone here, which is normally not a smart play because you don't want to take storm damage, but because they've got the water boon, they can use the water boon to heal up their health. But because they've got tons of medkits, they don't need to use it, and they can't use it in zone. So what they're going to do here is they're just going to use this storm time to try and get all the way around here to the dead side of zone where the least amount of players are. Because if you look at this right now, if I pause it, you've got pretty much everyone up here, and you've got hardly anyone down here on dead side of zone, because most players will be rotating from up here around flooded frogs or pumped power or magic moss, but they tank storm damage so that they can go to dead side of zone, and they can also rack up tons of storm surge damage and kills, which allows them to in this game actually get 17 kills and the win. Because they've been able to tank all of this storm damage, they're tons above storm surge. They're 1,000 above it in fact, and they're going to base up on this hill, which is just on the line of dead side, which is really nice, allowing them to third party this giant build fight, which will give them even more storm surge damage. And you can just see this is them here, and this is all the other players that they can shoot at, and then this is all the space that they have to rotate through. Something that I really like about their gameplay is just their ability to know how to always get to dead side, because they're right here in the zone, and being right here they can pretty much just make a couple boxes and they'll be in zone, which is okay. But what they really want is they want to be up here on this high ground in dead side. So what they do is they just throw a void only mask, they teleport there, and now they're up on top of this mountain on dead side. I love just their ability to know when to tarp ahead, and since they're not getting looked at and they've kept on dead side, they can just build in wood. But here they do get slightly separated, however they end up picking up this kill, which is really key, a bit more mats, and then here they pick up the kill on combo, and the kill on combo will really refresh their mats, which allows them to, in 2 seconds, they can look up for high ground. Notice it's only in single tile wood, which is something they do when they don't have lots of mats. And if I click over here, you can see 9 builds on him, 16 builds on him, 17 builds on him. So there's really just not much of a chance of them actually containing and keeping this high ground. So what Flixie and his team do is they just send these only void masks up into the sky, allowing them to easily claim high ground, since the opponents have hardly any mats and builds and health. So you can see they pick up the kill on Queasy, get these more mats, and using these mats they just expand up on height so that no one is looking to chop out. And what they do here is they just apply pressure as much as they can on the people below, and no one can do anything against it because they're getting so much pressure on them. And you don't want to try save your ammo for next game, and by that I mean not constantly spraying your AR. And what his teammates will do is his teammates will drop down to try and weaken the other opponents. He does this so that later on he doesn't have to go down to a heal game, because all he does have is a blob, and then his teammates come back up when it gets to the final 2 people. And in this game they end up winning with 17 kills. And so if you do like this video, please do like, comment and subscribe.